Welcome, basketball fans, to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Saturday night in the NBA. It'll be the Toronto Raptors facing off against Monte Ellis and the Golden State Warriors. And now we head to Oakland. Listen in on Kevin Harlan. He's got the broadcast.
Yeah, how y'all feel? Cause I feel so awesome. How you feel? Awesome. I guess that's awesome. You fine and your wanna roll? Awesome. Let's go. Yeah, hands in the skyline. AWE. Some call me awesome. Some call me busy. Call me awesome. Gator on my shirt.
We're in the place they call Oracle Arena in Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors, where we're going to broadcast today's game live. This is Kevin Harlan here to call the action. With me, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. First game back in Golden State for the Warriors. They're ready to play. They like their chances, but this could be a tough game for them. Facing up against a talented roster, they'll have to show that they're the better team.
Right now, looking at the Warriors, they've climbed the ranks this season. They've definitely changed for the better, and now they find themselves really within shouting distance of the top.
And that's a huge accomplishment because they were not that close last year. So they've made major improvement, and we'll see if they can continue to go on this upward path and carry this momentum forward.
Here are the five for the Raptors. They've got Calderon, Odom out there with Howard, and for Golden State, Monte and Curry in the backcourt. Lewis is out there with Chris Bosh, and it's Biedrins in at the pivot, manning the middle. Now here's Odom. And here's Calderon. Back to Odom. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
You know, Mark Jackson signed on with the Warriors this last summer. He could be a fit for them with his background as a pass-first point guard. He certainly talks like a coach when you hear him analyze games.
Here's Ellis. Odom with the double team. Ellis outside. Back to Curry. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Curry's got the opening field goal of the game for the Warriors.
Well, getting back to Mark Jackson for a minute, you know, his ability to mentor those young guards in Golden State will, I think, help the Warriors in a big way as they try to change the direction of that franchise and get back into the playoffs.
The feed now to Howard.
Well, last season, Dwight Howard became the first player in league history to win the Defensive Player of the Year award 3 consecutive seasons. Kevin, that's absolutely amazing.
That one is off. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Toronto on D. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And a big key to the loss to me was how poorly they shot their free throws. They just didn't make the most of their opportunities at the line.
They sure didn't. I'm not sure if it was a lack of concentration or confidence or a combination of the two, but they never looked settled at the stripe.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Dwayne Casey. We talked about Chris Bosh, and he talked about the skill set and what makes him so difficult to guard. He told me he's very slippery in the post. You think you have him contained, and he'll just wiggle around his guy for a layup. We can never act as if he has nowhere to go down low. He finds space and room all the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris.
Well, his rebounding is certainly something this team has come to rely on.
Yeah, the fans have come to rely on him for those dunks for sure.
Well, and nobody was disappointed on that play.
Lewis misses. Here's Toronto now.
Well, when you look at the Raptors' 16-year history in Toronto, I think the big concern is whether the team can retain its stars. When you look at Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, Chris Bosh, all great players who decided they wanted to move on. So can Toronto hang on to its own players? That's the big question going forward.
Here's Ellis. The Raptors knocking down the tray. Up top, Curry. He's guarded by Calderon. Curry dishes to Ellis. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Ellis has got his first basket. Well, and for some of the players who left Toronto, some of them mentioned the higher taxes or even the culture clash. They didn't like cable TV. I mean, they're picking on a lot of different things here, but what do you think really is, Clark, the answer for the NBA, not only in Toronto, but in Canada?
Well, Kevin, I don't think it's the city of Toronto. I mean, that's a pretty vibrant metropolitan area, terrific diversity, a lot of things to do. I think the bottom line is if players feel that they can win with the Raptors, they'll want to hang around.
Yeah, and they got good restaurants up there, too.
Yes, good eateries. I knew you would
I knew you
chime in about that.
I knew you'd like that comment.
Knew you would chime in about that grub.
Here's Curry, hoping to put that miserable performance against Phoenix behind him tonight. He's guarded by Calderon. Lewis kicks to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Ellis can't get it to go.
I thought he'd make that one, and that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Shot is off. Now Golden State takes it the other way. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
Well, they like this matchup. They won both games against this club a year ago, so they feel confident going into tonight.
Now here's Bosh over Odom. Money on the 10-footer.
Kevin, his scoring ability is valuable, really valuable. I mean, he's a guy you can rely on to knock down shots.
When you're at or Clark near the bottom of your respective conferences, you still have to look for the positive things to stay focused on.
Without question, Kevin, you have to hang your head.
And Howard slams it home.
Well, maybe the play of the game right there.
An alley-oop slam is always going to be at the top of the list there, Clark.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's one of my favorite plays in basketball, guys.
Here's Ellis, coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Odom against Bosh. 6 to shoot. Guarded by Odom. Jumps up, and Chris Bosh again. Bosh has got his second basket of the night. Raptors trail by 3. Screen by Howard. Here's Justice. The offensive rebound. Odom, the pass to Howard. Yep, it's good. Howard's got his third basket of the night right there. Now Ellis, averaging 24 points per contest. Ellis draws the double. Here's Bosh, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
He's put on an offensive clinic. They've got to deny him the ball.
And if that fails, then double him, Steve. I mean, they can't allow him to continue to hurt him like this.
Calderon against Curry. Goes up. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
I thought they'd come out a little sharper in the second half, but it really didn't happen. I mean, they started out slow and they finished slow.
Well, Steve, I guess there's one thing we can say is that they were consistent, just not in the way you want to be consistent.
Howard with a screen on Lewis. Backing down is Howard. That's tipped. Out of bounds. And they retain possession. And a quick look now at the NBA scoring leaders. Number 5, Monte Ellis.
And his contribution to this team, I mean, can't be understated. His scoring on a night-in, night-out basis has been fantastic.
Some changes for Golden State. Pippin's checked in, and Al Thornton subbed in for Rashard Lewis. Josh Howard, he's checked in for Toronto. Blake comes in for Jose Calderon. And so here is Toronto, trailing by 5. Shot clock at 3. No good from the wing. Warriors leading by 5. Guys, this offense very effective.
Point right at him.
And this is where you just start picking apart the defense, and now you take their confidence away. You can really take control of this game.
And so here is Toronto. It's a 5-point game. Outside Odom. And Bosch picks him up defensively. Rolling. He's guarded by Ellis. Right up. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
It's well known throughout the league, guys, that the Oracle Arena fans are amongst the most loyal in the league. This team has been in the top half of the league in attendance for the last 7 seasons now.
And he completes the 3-point play. And the new owners haven't dismissed the possibility of moving the Warriors to San Francisco in 2017 when their lease expires at Oracle. That'll be an interesting time.
Well, and this is a team that has enjoyed such great fan support over the years without a lot of success on the court. And yet these fans in the Bay Area continue to come and support this Warriors team night in and night out.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
I'll tell you what, guys, for the Raptors last season, a huge drop-off in their road record. I mean, just 6 wins all season long. The prior season, they had won 15 on the road.
Breaking the action, so right now let's take a look at how the standings are as we go out west in the Western Conference after half the season has been played. Look at the Lakers. Long way to go still in the season, but even so, they've got the top spot. And, of course, Golden State, 4.5 games behind.
Right now, looking at the Warriors, they've done well to get to where they are in the standings. Last year wasn't easy for them, and for the most part, this season's been a different story.
Well, they've made steady improvement since last year, and I think that bodes well, in part, because they've got some talent, but they've probably overachieved to this point, but they don't see it that way. They just feel like they're playing hard and playing to their potential.
Odom, and it's all evened up. Odom's got his first points of the night. And here we go with Monte Ellis.
What a year Lamar Odom had last season for the Lakers. At times starting, but also coming off the bench when Andrew Bynum was healthy. But he had a terrific year shooting the ball, about 53% from the floor and almost 40% from the three-point line.
You know, this has been his quarter here. Still hasn't missed the mark yet.
Here's Toronto now, trailing by 2. Odom a screen. Blake dishes to Howard. And there's the 3-second violation. Just talking about Odom, 40% from deep is out of this world for a guy his size.
I love Lamar's versatility, Kevin. I mean, and adding that three-point shot, being more efficient from out there, just helps him be more effective as an all-around player.
Curry kicks to Ellis. Bosch, the screen. Five to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. They get it again.
It's clear they had one thing on their mind when they came out of the gate today. Rebound.
Yeah, and they've opened up the game with a pretty good margin in that area. Great sign for this club.
Blake misses.
Well, sometimes he really lacks the confidence he needs when he's driving to the basket.
And you're asking a lot out of your teammate to try to handle that pass. I don't like that decision at all.
Curry with it. Averaging 19 points per contest. Odom against Ellis. Pushes up, and he lays it straight in. And the Warriors lead by 4.
you know, they're just getting hammered inside and really need to find a way to be tougher down there. They got to be physical. They got to man up in there.
I agree. I mean, you look at the points they're giving up, most of them seem to be coming inside the paint.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, there's so much to like about Dwight Howard with his defense and his presence in the lane, his rebounding. How about his durability? He's only missed 3 games through his first 7 seasons in the league. Remarkable.
The first free throw is good. And for Dwight Howard, when you consider the nightly pounding Clark he takes inside to be the Iron Man he is and hardly miss any games, that's impressive.
That may be the most impressive stat for him.
Yeah.
You know that? I mean, considering the punishment he takes, it's a credit to his conditioning, to his preparation, his mindset. He has to take an awful lot, and he prepares himself mentally and physically to do so.
And both free throws good for Howard.
When you put the isolated cam on the Warriors, I mean, normally pretty tough at Oracle Arena. Even though they haven't been much of a playoff contender, the crowd still shows up and gives them tremendous support.
And Beatrice kicks to Thornton. Park down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Toronto trailing. Clark, you're right on it. Warriors last season, 26 up and 15 down at home, an 8-game improvement to the prior year. Steve, not bad.
Not bad at all. That's pretty much a 10-game improvement overall. So the next step for Golden State is to figure out how to win on the road. If they can do that, this is a team that could possibly be in the playoffs next season.
Count that one.
You know, if their plan was to keep going inside a ton, it sure has paid off. I mean, it seems like every bucket they get is in the lane.
Well, no reason to take an outside shot if you're scoring at will from inside the paint.
Curry against Calderon. Lewis outside. Shot clock at 6. Over Howard. And he hits the jump shot.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
And Toronto has possession. Trailing by 2. Back to Calderon. Dorsey in the post. He's guarded by Thornton. Tries for the alley-oop. 4 on the clock.
Boy, how about that nice soft finish on the alley-oop?
It was. He didn't try to do anything foolish.
No reason to act like you're in the dunk contest. Just got to get your 2 points and get back on defense.
Here's Curry. Beatrice passes to Young. And it's Howard picking him up. And Young kicks to Beatrice. Kicks it to Thornton. Calderon against Curry. Over Calderon. Here's Thornton. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That's on Dwight Howard.
First personal foul, team's first. Shooting for Golden State. Al Thornton. He has 2.
And he can't get the first one.
You know, last season the Raptors went 8-22 versus the West, and even though the West on average a little tougher, that was pretty comparable to their record against the East. Maybe not having Chris Bosh impacting that record a bit.
Interesting thought. He doesn't get the second one. So looking at the Raptors, Steve, what does this team need to do in order to be competitive?
Well, they need more talent for sure. I know that sounds obvious, but they've got to continue to build through the draft, and they have to get better defensively. And that requires effort and discipline and a different mindset. And I think that's one of the reasons they made the coaching change this season.
Curry against Calderon. And here's Young from the arc. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Fantastic assist. Tremendous. I mean, you got to love that kind of passing. Beautiful.
Howard with this screen on Curry. Justice. He's guarded by Thornton. Curry against Calderon. Curry with the steal.
A lot of hands down there on the block. That's a tough position to be in offensively.
Back to Young. Calderon against Curry. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Raptors.
Kevin, I've always said shooting percentage individually and for a team is a function of the kinds of shots you get. This team leads the league in shooting percentage because, 1, they have good shooters, but 2, they take high-quality shots. They're a very disciplined group.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Chris Bosh is checked in for Thornton. And it's AC Law in for Steph Curry. Rowland, defended by Young. Stolen.
Well, that's a really slick move to come up with that steal.
Here's Bosh. Finds the open look, and it's on target. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead. Just 4 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And no good trying to get that one. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The Warriors on top. They lead by 5.
Pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they've built this lead.
And they've built the lead because not only have they forced turnovers, but they've taken care of the ball themselves. So that's a winning combination.
And we'll get back to the action right after this.
Tune in next Friday night. The Portland Trail Blazers go up against the Phoenix Suns. NBA action charges ahead. Make sure to catch it.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Here's Young. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Bargnani is out there with Odom. And it's Steve Blake.
I tell you what, the Warriors last season just 36-46 overall, 5 wins under 500, but they played the Eastern Conference even, 15-15 over the course of the season against the East.
First free throw is good. And the Warriors' up-tempo style, a contrast with the way a lot of Eastern teams play.
Well, yeah, a lot of the Eastern teams play a slower pace, and they have to be ready to run when they go up against a team like Golden State.
And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Now, the Raptors not only were one of the youngest teams in the league last season, they may have been one of the youngest starting fives in league history. Jared Bayless, DeMar DeRozan, Amir Johnson, Sonny Weems, and Ed Davis. That starting lineup averaged just 22 years of age.
Takes it right up. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. Of course, the truism in the NBA is that young teams don't win much, but you can keep them together. Perhaps that might make a difference. The Raptors hoping their young players, Clark, can turn things around as quickly as possible.
Yeah, you know, they've got some promising players, and I agree with you. You find a young star talent like a Kevin Durant. I mean, that's what everybody's looking to try to do now. It's a lot easier said than done, but we've seen if you get that kind of player, things can turn around pretty quick.
Well, the top 4 players for Oklahoma City, for instance, 22 or younger.
Yeah.
So, yes, you're right.
It can be done.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Law. Passes to Young. He kicks to Law. Blake with the steal. Raptors trail by 4. And here's the fast break. He goes up. Here's Justice. Rebounded by Beatrice.
He should make that one. Guys, he had a pretty good look at the basket. Just couldn't get it to go.
Well, it was another tough season, Kevin, for Beatrice. I mean, a year ago, his scoring and rebounding rates dropped off 2 seasons in a row, and he stayed relatively healthy. I mean, his confidence has to be shaken right now.
Here's Odom. 17 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. Five on the clock. He gathers, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, Clark, part of the issue for Beatrice has been his difficulties at the free throw line. 2 seasons ago, remember this, Steve? A record low percentage at 16%.
Yeah, and again, last year, Kevin, near the bottom of the league in percentage, about 32%. And the problem there is when you're afraid to go to the line, as a big man especially, you lose your aggressiveness. And Beatrice with, I think, a lot more potential than what he's shown production-wise the last couple of seasons.
And the first one at the line is good.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Pittman's checked in, and it's Ellis in for Rashard Lewis. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Law. Bosch against Odom. And the basket by Pittman.
They got the ball into the ideal position, and he didn't flub the finish that time, guys.
Here's Odom, averaging 10 points per contest. Justice, defended by Young. Back to Odom. Clock at 6. From the post. No good. Great defense that time from Ellis. Warriors leading by 4. Pass to Young. Good ball movement. Dishes it to Law. And Bosch backs down. And Bargnani sends it back. Here's Toronto. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Blake kicks it to Odom. And Bosch picks him up defensively. From 20 feet out. Shots good from Bargnani.
Well, they've done a lot of their damage from mid-range here, guys. I mean, knocking down those shots with regularity.
Yeah, how about 8 of their last 10 points, guys, coming off that mid-range area jump shot. So, shows you don't have to be at the rim to score.
Here's Law. Lamar Odom pulls it in. Odom's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Rowland. He nails it, and we're tied up. 10 points for him. Here's Ellis. Back to Young. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Young's got 6.
Finger roll, that's pure style, guys. I like that.
Outside Odom. Bargnani. And here is Blake. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. Cannot hit, so the Warriors take it the other way.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Out of bounds, and they'll keep possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Bucks. Right now they're off to a fast start. First place in the conference. And of course Toronto, way down below.
Looking at Toronto, they've shown a lot of guts to pick themselves up off the deck after a terrible season last year and to begin building something positive going forward.
I think the main thing their fans wanted to see this year, Clark, was their team just being competitive every single night and giving themselves a chance to win. And I think they've done exactly that.
Timeout called the Warriors. Both teams will make substitutions. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month, the shot clock leaders. You take a look at Howard, second in the NBA, a great defender.
Boy, that is an impressive number. My goodness, can he keep that up? If he can, boy, he'll continue to have a humongous impact on his team.
Here's Ellis. Howard hits the reach-in call. That's his first foul.
Josh Howard. First personal foul, 2 seconds.
Here's Curry. He's guarded by Howard. Howard against Curry. Right side Bosch. Shot clock at 2. And again, no good by Golden State. Toronto trailing. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand.
And I'm just impressed with his effort, guys, because we know he's hurting out there.
Now here's Ellis. He dishes it to Curry. From the wing, gets it to go. Curry's got his third basket of the night. Here's Calderon. Back to Odom. Calderon is screen on Bosch. Howard in the post. Lewis covering. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Golden State Warriors. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
Josh Howard. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And he can't hit the second. The Warriors leading. Outside Curry. Back to Ellis. And it's Howard picking him up. They double team Ellis. Here's Bosch. And so here is Toronto. They trail by 1. Rowland, guarded by Curry. He feeds it to Odom. Knocks it loose.
Well, credit the defense, but you've got to be more careful with the ball.
Lewis dishes to Biedrich. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Here's Calderon. His last outing with 20 points.
You know, the Warriors weren't really what you would call a low field goal defensive team, but they did excel in the area of steals. They were quick, they were active, second in the league in taking the ball away.
The dish to Odom. He's guarded by Ellis. Goes right up. And the dunk by Odom.
That was vicious. I mean, real vicious. He hung on the rim just to say, you realize this is my basket, don't you?
That is a nice finishing touch.
Well, just finishing with a little emphasis, guys. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, Warriors coming up with all those steals. Steve, they thrive in transition.
They sure do. You know, you've got to be able to convert defense into offense if you're Golden State, because in the half court, they're not very good defensively. So this is a team that really has had to play a fast pace in order to succeed.
Here's Lewis, averaging 8 points a game. Good work. That's good. Lewis has got 6. Here is Calderon. Feeds it to Odom. Howard with this screen on Bosch. He passes to Howard. Ellis gets called for the reach. That's his first foul. Lewis Amundsen, who's checked in for Chris Bosch. The Raptors making a switch here. Here's Barbosa. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Launches a 3. That's good. Barbosa's got himself on the board with 3 there.
6 points in short order. 2 straight from deep. That's what can happen with the 3 ball.
Yep, they've got it going. Nice, clean looks. And Leandro Barbosa, a long-time, very productive player for the Phoenix Suns, eventually traded to Toronto before last season and had a nice year for the Raptors.
You know, when there's little or no D on this guy and he's headed to the rim, just chalk it up and go on.
Now Calderon. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Ellis on the double team. Here's Dorsey. Shot clock at 6. Calderon with it. Over Curry. Again, Toronto. And Barbosa, Steve, you know, happy to join the Raptors like you were talking about. And Clark, that was a place where he knew he could get a little bit more playing time.
Yeah, and at the point in his career where he was, that was important to him to have a chance to showcase that unbelievable speed and shooting ability. I think he's the kind of guy that has personal spurtability. Usually it's a team thing with me, but he's got personal spurtability. A lot of points in limited time.
Howard with this screen on Ellis. Barbosa against Ellis. Gathers, and the layup is good. Barbosa's got 5 points in the quarter.
You gotta love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
And here is Curry. He has 6. Ellis, the pass to Curry. Fires the three. And there's Ellis. That's good on the assist by Curry. Curry's got his third assist on the night.
Boy, I like the fluidity I'm seeing from them on offense. It's a thing of beauty. Fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. They're moving the ball well, finding the open man, making that extra pass. They're playing very unselfishly right now.
Now here's Calderon. And Curry picks him up defensively. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Howard. And that's the devastating one-handed jam.
Well, I like the heart on display right there. I mean, fighting for that rebound and stuffing it back in, that's good work.
Yeah, well, that'll go over well with the head coach.
Yeah, it sure will. I mean, it always does when you get it done on the offensive glass, because that's all about effort.
Now Ellis off on the layup.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here. Tremendous output from Howard. He has 12 points, and he's gotten his hand on one shot for a block.
Well, it was a terrific play he made on that block, and you know, those are the kinds of little plays, Clark, that generate extra possessions for your team. They can add up.
Free throw good, Howard. Here's Law. Here's Ellis. From about 19 feet. Scooped up. Here's Bosch. Gets it to fall. Bosch has got 12.
It's been a great day for him from the field, but his team still trailing.
Calderon with it. Justice. Lewis covering. Justice. Chris Bosch with the rebound. Warriors trail by 3. Ellis outside. And another 3 for Golden State.
That's his second shot from long range in this quarter, so he's starting to roll.
Ellis against Barbosa. Makes it off the glass. Barbosa's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
Bosch, a screen on Barbosa.
First personal foul, team's third.
Here's Law. Ellis outside. Over Calderon. Second chance shot. In deep. Bosch drops it in. Bosch has got 14.
And I think whichever team starts to dominate the glass could really take control of this game.
I won't disagree with you. I mean, it's so tight between these teams right now on the board that you're just waiting to see which team might pull away.
And here's Calderon. Just 5 on the clock. Justice. Lewis covering. Bosch grabs the miss. And so here's Golden State. Here's Law. Barbosa picks him up. Ellis against Calderon. A 3-ball. Again, the miss by Ellis.
Yeah, he's struggled with his shot this quarter, and he's got to find a groove somehow.
And there's the pass to Calderon. The kick out to Odom. From deep. Barbosa's shot is off. Up in time. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California.
And welcome everyone to the HP Halftime Report. We're in the heart of the NBA season. Let's keep the beat. Plenty of hustle from the Warriors. Right now, they're sitting in 4th place in the conference, looking pretty, feeling good about it. And Chris Bosh is having no problems scoring against the Raptors D. He's got 14 points and is scoring efficiently to boot, making the most of his touches. On the other side, the Raptors looking pretty solid as well. Physicality taking over the game. They are muscling their way around the paint. Dwight Howard getting it done early. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one shot. Can you believe it? Checking out the point leaders from both teams in this game, you know they're going to bring it again in the second half. Some games going on earlier on. Let's check them out from around the league. The Cavaliers came out on top against the Pacers in Indiana. That's their 4th win in their last 6 games. A nice little respectable streak for any team. Rip Hamilton was their top scorer. In one of the other games that went final today, out in Houston, it was the Rockets losing to the Thunder. 4 points ended up being the difference in that one. Kevin Martin led the team in points. And now we'll look at the other NBA action. For New Orleans, a loss to the Timberwolves at Target Center. A 9-point difference in the end. And it's time now to head back to the rest of the game out in Oakland. See you next time.
And we welcome you back to the Bay Area, to Oakland, California, and the beautiful Oracle Arena. Here's Ellis. Monte and Curry in the backcourt. Chris Bosh is out there at Lewis, and it's Biedrins in at the 5 down low. That's the Warriors' 5. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
Great job playing the passing lanes and forcing that turnover.
The feed to Calderon. Six to shoot. Rolling. He's covered by Bosh. And it's rejected. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And a quick check now. The NBA's top rebounders. Number 5 is Chris Bosh.
Now, you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what's made him such an important piece of the puzzle.
Here's Curry. Outside Bosh. Working it around now. Ellis outside. And Lewis backs down. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Look now at the Raptors' upcoming schedule. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Here's Calderon. And Curry picks him up defensively. Curry against Calderon. Lock at 6. With 1 on the clock, that's good. And the Raptors lead by 2.
You know, I really thought the Warriors made an effort to improve at the defensive end of the floor, and I thought they did, but not as much as they would have liked or needed to be a more competitive and consistent team.
Lewis on the wing. Guarded now by Lamar Odom. Lewis gets the bucket.
But you've got to get the ball out of his hands, bring an extra defender, and force somebody else to beat you.
I agree with you. Make him give it up.
Going back to the Warriors' defensive issues, let me ask you first, why do you think they struggle?
Well, you know what? They don't have much size, and they struggle at the rim in defending the basket.
Steve?
Well, I think playing that fast pace leaves you vulnerable in transition at times. So to get better defensively, they may have to slow down their offense a little bit, guys.
Outside Curry. Jacks up a 3, and the shot is good. Curry's got 9.
9 straight points for them off of wide open looks from deep. Something has to change for this deep.
Yeah, they're just giving up too many easy shots out there. They've got to close out harder, get a hand up, make him put it on the floor.
Here's Justice. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. It's all knotted up.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Ellis, that's good.
And how about Steph Curry in just his second season in the NBA, led the league in foul shooting, a great three-point shooter at over 40% from there. So this guy is an incredible marksman.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Steph Curry 2 seasons ago, the first rookie in NBA history to connect Clark on 45% from the floor, 40% from three-point territory, and then 85% from the free throw line.
Yeah, that's an impressive list of shooting percentage numbers there. And, you know, last year he matched or bettered all his marks from his first season in the league. So he's clearly a guy who can be considered a legendary shooter, assuming he can be healthy and continue to play.
Warriors on D. The lead is 2. Odom up top. He's covered by Bosch. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Calderon. 6 on the shot clock. Rowland. He's guarded by Ellis. Here's Rowland. And the Raptors tack on 2 more. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, very competitive action. I agree with you, Clark. I mean, this one couldn't come down in the last few minutes the way it looks.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Here's Bosch. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bosch has got 16.
Boy, excellent vision. Sharing the pumpkin leads to another basket.
When you look at that differential, guys, the points off assists are definitely in their favor.
Rowland. He's guarded by Ellis. The Warriors leading. Now here's Curry. 9 points in the game so far. And Bosch backs down. There's the triple. Ellis can't get it to go.
I think he's capable of shooting the ball much better than he has so far. I don't think there's any doubt about that, guys.
Stolen by Lewis.
Boy, that's an empty possession when you're that loose with the basketball.
And then Bosh with the dunk.
Off to the races, just really getting up and down the floor.
Not much the defense could do there, guys, but let them go.
That was our Sprite slam cam on the replay. Nice job by the camera crew. Raptors trail by 4. Now Odom. And Bosh picks him up defensively. Shot clock at 5. Back to Odom. The 3 is launched. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Bosh has got 8 rebounds in this game. Curry, good. Curry's got 11 points. Here is Calderon. Toronto calls timeout.
The coach doesn't look pleased at all.
And let's see the leading three-point teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Raptors.
You know, unlike some of the other team statistics, there are a few key guys who have helped get them to the top of the leaderboard more than other teams. I mean, this is an outstanding three-point shooting team. They take advantage of their strengths by getting good looks from behind the arc.
Jordan Crawford's checked in for the Raptors. And Toronto has possession. 6-point game. The jump hook. Beatrice with the block.
Well, I tell you what, guys, his struggles from the field have definitely taken their toll on the team today.
Bosh kicks to Ellis. And Crawford picks him up defensively. Ellis can't get it to go.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Looking to end the drought, and he drops that one in. 17 points in the game. Warriors leading by 4. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Monte Ellis, guys, has been such an explosive player throughout his career, but I think he's matured quite a bit the last couple of years. He's become a better leader for the Warriors and a better representative for the Warriors organization.
And he makes the first. And Monte Ellis getting married. He married a police officer. And having his son really changed his life for the better. Even made him, he said, a better person. He's taken that spark and used it in his career as well.
You know, not surprised to hear that. Another level of responsibility and accountability. He really stepped up last season, setting the tone in practice, interacting more with his teammates, film study. Those are things that leaders do, and that's just the kind of leadership that the team needed.
And buried any ill will that may have existed. Of course, it was reported in different degrees between himself and Steph Curry. Back to Crawford. And Curry picks him up defensively. Shot clock at 6. Howard in the post. Beatrice on him. Howard misses. Warriors leading by 6. Deflected by Howard, but they get it back. Ellis outside. Guarded by Crawford. Here's Curry with the 3. No good. Now the Raptors take it the other way. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, and really a nice pace to their offense.
Ellis, it's blocked.
He's really struggling in this quarter right now. They need to think about getting the ball out of his hands.
Odom with it. Justice, fended by Beadrich. Thornton reeled in. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, Steve and Kevin, you guys got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
Yes.
Now, that's a special order right there.
Not everybody can cap off a dunk like that.
Yeah, very difficult maneuver, but a tremendous one if you can pull it off.
They double-team Ellis. Thornton dishes to Ellis. And there's the rejection. Toronto trailing. Rolling, guarded by Curry. Backing down is Howard. For the lead, and he zips to the basket and lays it in. Howard's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, when you look at the Raptors last season, most of their offense came from inside. I mean, they were third last season in points in the paint and number 2 in the NBA in shots attempted at the rim.
Ellis outside. Back to Thornton. Guarded by Crawford. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And for the Raptors, they went to the rim a lot. They weren't all that great finishing at the rim. The 6th lowest percentage in the league.
Well, they were a very good team in their in-between range, kind of that mid-range game. They had a lot of guys who could knock down shots from that area. But in the NBA right now, I think you need to do 2 things. You need to establish a low-post game, and then you've got to play off that and knock down 3-pointers. And Toronto was not good in either category last year.
Raptors with the lead. And here's Calderon. Deflected. Curry with the steal. He's guarded by Calderon. Here's Beadrich. Kicks to Young. Over Justice. Shot's good from Young. Young's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, it really puts great pressure on your defense when you're trying to recover from a turnover.
Yeah, their defense is really in jeopardy every time they turn the ball over. So if they can take care of the ball, it'll take care of things at both ends of the floor. I thought that one was going to go.
You know, Steve, most of the time it does go.
From past the arc. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists in the game. Here's Calderon. Guarded by Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Justice. He's guarded by Thornton. It's rebounded by Golden State. Beadrich has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Outside Curry. Now here's Thornton. Tight defense on him. Shoots. Shot's good from Young. Now it's a 6-point Warrior lead.
Well, they've got to do something defensively because he's been unstoppable.
And defensively, Steve, your only choice now is to double him. I mean, I don't think there's another option.
And Bargnani backs in. They need this. Beadrich pulls it in. Beadrich has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Curry. Passes it to Young. To the paint. Thornton. Bargnani's there. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, he doesn't really like what he's seen, and they're going to try to hash it out here.
.125 left in the third. Now here's Calderon. Knocked away. Young with the steal.
Yeah, they've got to do a better job controlling the ball. That's 4 points now, giving up off turnovers.
And trailing as they are, Steve, I mean, you just can't afford those kinds of mistakes and empty trips.
Here is Calderon. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And the Warriors with some changes. Lewis Amundsen, who's checked in for Beatrice. Lewis comes in for Al Thornton. And it's AC Law in for Steph Curry. .105 left in the third quarter. Now Young. He's got 15. Barbosa picks him up. He kicks it to Bosch. Clock at 6. Barbosa against Young. Takes the three. Gets it to go. Young's got 12 points here in the second half.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Calderon with it. And here is Howard. To end the drought. Puts it up. And Calderon gets it to go on the assist by Howard. Calderon's got 6.
Carving them up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense.
Easy shot. Again, Golden State.
Well, I like that he's come up with some big baskets for this team to help him out in getting this lead.
Justice. Lewis covering. Looking to end his cold spell. Here's Odom. No good there. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. You look at Chris Bosh in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
Not a whole lot the defense can do because he's showing the entire repertoire down on the block.
Yeah, he sure is. It's been a post-move clinic down there from him so far. I mean, you think they'll keep feeding him the ball just because he's been so effective down there. Give it to him.
We'll be back momentarily.
Coming up next Monday, Ty Lawson and the Denver Nuggets take on the Dallas Mavericks. It's Western Conference action. Big time hoops coming your way.
As the fourth quarter gets rolling here, let's check out our Sprite Spark of the Game, presented by Sprite. Hey, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Nick Young has been the Sprite Spark in this one. With the way he's played off the bench, Coach might be looking for ways to get this guy more minutes or even into the starting lineup going forward, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He sure did stir things up for him.
Boy, he was an injection of a different kind of energy out there. Got him going in the right direction and really gave him something the starters weren't able to give him.
Well, give him credit. I mean, he was just waiting for his chance, and he took full advantage.
So for Toronto right now, they've got Barbosa. Howard is out there with Odom. Then there's Calderon, and it's Howard in at the small forward position.
A nice little rebounding advantage they're enjoying here.
Yeah, and that's the reason they've got this big lead. I mean, they're dominating the glass and really being tougher than their opponent.
Here's Young. Lewis outside. Offline with his three. Raptors trail by 13. Here is Calderon. He's covered by Bosch. Calderon passes to Howard. That's good. Howard's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Raptors. Warriors leading by 11. Here's Law. He's guarded by Calderon. Young for three. Gets the bucket. Young's got 21 in the game.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Well, they're feeling confident, and they're in a good flow offensively, so why not just keep firing from out there?
Young is tagged with the reach. That's foul number 2 for him. Different look here for the Warriors. Here is Howard. Pass to Calderon. Guarded by Curry. 6 to shoot. Howard with his screen on Curry. Dives for it. Beatrice with the steal. The loose ball recovered by Golden State.
And with his 5 turnovers, it's really set his team back offensively.
Curry against Calderon. Here's Beatrice. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 7th assist in the game. Here's Odom. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
He is to avoid mistakes and make each possession count.
Yeah, and I think the tendency can be to really rush or push the game a little bit. I think they need to avoid that.
Rashard Lewis covering. It's rebounded by Golden State.
A nice little rebounding advantage they're enjoying here.
Yeah, and that's the reason they've got this big lead. I mean, they're dominating the glass and really being tougher than their opponent.
Doubled by Howard. Ellis, the pass to Radmanovich. Fires from deep. And another three for Golden State.
Another open look hits bottom from outside.
Yeah, and that's 3 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
And the Raptors call time here.
And Coach could tell they were out of sync. So he's going to try to straighten it out.
Making a change here. Here's Crawford, picked up by Ellis. Here's Barbosa. And Curry picks him up defensively. Curry against Barbosa. Shot clock at 6. Barbosa with the charge. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Ellis, and it's the Warriors' ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Covered by Barbosa. That's good. 18 points for Ellis.
Impressive play there, and they have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
Here's Crawford. Crawford left side. Here's Bargnani. Puts up the baby hook. Gets it to go.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
Ellis against Barbosa. And again, Monte Ellis. Ellis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Good time to turn it up here, enjoying this double-digit lead here in the fourth quarter.
Well, as long as they stay tidy and sharp, they'll walk away with the victory here.
Here's Barbosa. Takes it up. An easy 2 points on the layup.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm them, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there.
Back to Lewis. Lewis, right side. This is to Radmanovic. Bucket's good. And the Warriors lead by 21.
Knocking down shots, really playing well here in the fourth.
You know, I call it playing through the finish line, not running to it, playing through it, and that's what they're doing, right to the final buzzer.
Lewis against Bargnani. Outside Odom. Clock at 6. And Bargnani throws it down.
Boy, looking at that play, I mean, I think he had to be a little confused right there. I mean, the defender had no idea what was happening.
Well, you know, Clark, I don't think it looked like there was great communication on the floor. Steve,
You're exactly right.
Steve, what'd you think of
No,
that?
I agree with you, Kevin, but a great job offensively to exploit that defense for the easy basket.
Here's the screen. Odom with the double team. Layup off the pick. That's good.
You know, nice work getting inside that time. I mean, that's the spot where his height advantage is really going to pay off for him, and he used it.
Curry against Crawford. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And the Raptors making a change here.
Jordan Crawford. With one.
The free throw drops for Crawford. Here's Young. Guarded by Crawford. And Bosch backs down, and it's Johnson picking him up. Young for 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
Man, they are spreading the floor and letting it fly, really knocking it down from outside.
And I love that gunslinger's mentality, Steve. Playing to win as opposed to playing it safe. I call it prevent offense when you try to protect the lead. Let it fly, let it fly, let it fly.
And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
And Crawford picks him up defensively. Now, here is Young. Back to Bosch. Backing him down. 6 on the shot clock. Over justice. Again, Golden State.
They're just getting better offensively as the game goes along, making good choices and getting high percentage shots.
And they're playing hard and playing smart too, Steve. They've just been very, very good.
Pass to Crawford. Screen by Howard. Pass to Johnson. Stolen by Bosch.
Well, that was a terrific steal there. Is there anything they haven't done well today?
Shots good from Young.
They're just getting better offensively as the game goes along, making good choices and getting high percentage shots.
And they're playing hard and playing smart too, Steve. They've just been very, very good.
Crawford outside. Johnson down low. He's covered by Bosch. A shot by Johnson, no good. Warriors leading by 23. Here's Young, and it's Johnson picking him up. Here is Bell. 6 to shoot. Back to Thornton. He lays it in with a soft touch.
Now, the offensive efficiency has been really important. I think that's been the difference.
Well, you know, I think it's pretty simplistic, but it does oftentimes come down to this, making shots, and that's what they've done.
Here's Rowland. Here's Crawford. Hits it. Well done on the second effort. Here's Young.
Well, one of the things I think the NBA has been very progressive with is the use of instant replay, and they've expanded its use the last couple of seasons. And I think it's a good thing, as long as it doesn't slow the game down too much.
Crawford against Bosch. Baseline try. Nice D from Bosch. You talk about the increasing use of instant replay, over 10 different triggers for it. Most at the end of quarters or in the last 2 minutes of regulation.
Yeah, you know, I don't think players mind waiting a minute or two. I mean, the officials do a good job of getting to the right result. And when it comes down to those big calls, the most important thing, Kevin, is getting the call right. And more times than not, that's exactly what happened.
Straight up. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Jump shots haven't been falling, and the free throw attempts have dried up as well.
Yeah, that's something that gave them a boost early, Steve, but now everything's coming from outside.
And the first one drops.
If you settle for outside shots like that, you're going to have a hard time cutting into this lead.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you look at them this half, they haven't gotten to the free throw line as much, and it's in part because of their willingness to settle on offense. It's a matter of not just taking what's available. Good teams take what they want as far as shot selection.
And so he makes both from the line.
If you settle for outside shots like that, you're going to have a hard time cutting into this lead.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you look at them this half, they haven't gotten to the free throw line as much, and it's in part because of their willingness to settle on offense. It's a matter of not just taking what's available. Good teams take what they want as far as shot selection.
On its way from Young for 2. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Calderon. Odom with a screen on Ellis. Calderon passes to Howard. That is good. Howard's got 23.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there.
Young passes to Ellis.
Well, we talk about players in their offseason, what they're doing to improve their conditioning. And yoga has been used to improve flexibility and strength. And that's something that a lot of the players around the league have now leaned on, and it's really catching on.
Now Odom. Pass to Calderon. Justice, defended by Bell. It's stolen by Bell. And here we go with Monte Ellis. And then Young with the jam. Here's another look with the Sprite Slam Cam.
Nice offensive play there, and this one's pretty much in the books, guys.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? It was a very good showing from them to come away with the win. I was very impressed.
Toronto calls timeout. They're losing by 26. A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. Some changes for Golden State. Pippin's checked in, and it's AC Law in for Monte Ellis. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Rowland, defended by Young. Goes straight up and unable to corral the miss, and it goes out of play.
Warriors ball.
1:41 left in the fourth quarter. They swipe it. Fast break, here we go. Here's Rowland. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
You know, it's interesting, guys, when you look at the players who participated in the World Championships back in 2010. A lot of them carried that momentum over into last season with their respective teams. Guys like Kevin Love, Lamar Odom, Rudy Gay, Chandler, Westbrook, they all helped Team USA win, and then they really moved forward and had great seasons a year ago. You can't fault what he's been doing out there. Some really impressive shooting.
Backing down is Howard. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. And when you talk about players participating in international competition coming back to the NBA with renewed vigor, Clark, why do you think that is?
Well, Kevin, I think anytime you have a chance to practice and play against the best players in the world, that's inspirational. I mean, that stirs your competitive juices. It shows you what it takes to be really good. I think the only downside is that playing so much basketball can take its toll on your body, so you have to balance it out. But if you do that, take care of your body, make sure you get your rest, find time away from the game when you can, and I think you really benefit from that kind of experience.
And Toronto has possession. Back to Odom. Goes up. Soft touch off the glass.
Now, they probably needed more of this earlier, guys. I don't think there's enough time left to get back into the game.
Guys, this is really a case of too little too late, but at least it gives them something to work off of going into the next game.
Who's watching it?
Here's Law.
Who's watching it?
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Bosh.